Denise, guess what?
What's Abby?
We got chismes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of We Got Chisme. So, for today, to be honest, I was going for a crazy theme, okay? More out of pocket, like, does this really happen in real life? Things like that. But, I wasn't thinking about it. Apparently, all the four stories that I have for today were marriage related. So, we're going to turn it into a kind of marriage crazy theme. So, the title is going to be This Marriage Drama Needs Adult Supervision.
The adults need supervision. Interesting.
Yeah. And talking about adults, we didn't introduce ourselves. My name is Denise, and this is Savisito.
Yeah.
So, are you ready, Savi? Like we were just talking that, we're not married, but we do have
You
experience.
feel like it
We feel like it, yeah.
pretty well.
We're living with someone is like being married. You just need the paper.
Literal. Literal. So let's dive into the first story to see what craziness are you bringing on that hopefully we have not experienced through. I think
Hopefully not.
our are very healthy because we don't go to this crazy nonsense drama. But let's see what is the other side of the coin.
Okay, so for the first story, it comes from the subreddit, Am I Overreacting?
Most likely not, but let's go.
I love that now his experience with Reddit is like, most likely not. So the title is, Am I Overreacting? My husband, 26 male, locked me, 25 female, out for 25 minutes. So throwaway account, which means this person creating a fake account.
Maybe she's overreacting. But
Okay, we'll see. My husband and I have 3-year-old twin girls, and I am currently pregnant. And I am currently 6 months pregnant with our third. We got in an argument over letting our daughters play outside. We got hit hard with the snow, but we both had to work, so we did not really have a chance to let the girls play in it. We were both off today, so I thought, perfect opportunity. This was the first winter they were old enough to care about the snow, and they were mesmerized by it. So this morning, I told my husband, I am going to take the girls out to play. He said he did not want to come because it's too cold. I said, that's fine, I am taking them. He said that he did not want any of us outside because it's too cold and the girls will get sick. I kind of just laugh and say, we will not be long. It's only 25 Fahrenheit, not negative 20. I probably did not handle it the best and brush him off, but he dropped it after that. I got the girls bundled up and we headed out front. We had fun for a few minutes and they love it. But within 10 minutes, my husband was at the front door calling for the girls to come in. They go inside and I'm kind of just standing in the front yard annoyed for a moment. I go inside only to find that he has locked the door. I am mad now and I have to pee. I start knocking and calling for him, but he does not come to the door and is ignoring my texts and calls too. Even texted that I really needed to pee and he ignored that too. The most upsetting part is that I could hear one of my daughters crying the entire time, stressed out knowing her mom is outside. So I stop knocking and sit on our porch. 25 minutes go by, and he finally comes and unlocks the door. I push past him to go to the bathroom because, I'm mad, about to pee myself, I'm freezing at this point. He is smiling, like it's funny, and saying, oh, I thought you say it's not that cold. What's wrong? We have not spoken much today. After that, he has genuinely never done something like this before. He's caring and not punishing or vindictive. So this really is not in his nature. I'm appalled and really hurt. I understand I annoy him by taking the girls out and he thinks I undermine his parenting, but I am a grown woman. He does not get to punish me by locking me out of my own home. Or maybe he's justified. I don't know. I feel crazy. Am I overreacting?
Yeah.
You think she's overreacting?
Yeah.
This is a very different reaction from what I had.
I'm like, let me guess your reaction. He leave you outside for 25 minutes in the cold? What the fuck is wrong with him? Nope, it's fine.
Abuse. That's abuse.
Not the end of the
And
world.
she should run. That was my reaction.
Because she should run where? Like leave her husband and take her daughters with her?
Like leave until he apologizes, asshole. Or try to ask him to apologize first, which I don't think is gonna come because he was like, I thought it wasn't cold enough.
In the moment that you say 25 minutes, I'm like, this bitch is overreacting. She probably wasn't her period.
Sure. What if it was really cold and they left you outside and that period coming is sexist, my guy. You don't say that.
Don't you get extra sensitive, guys, when you are on when the moon grace?
That's a woman thing. We can say that we get sensitive, but guys shouldn't say that because sometimes you guys just throw it out there when it's not even true. Just to make us feel crazy. You might not do it, my guy, but some people do. Some guys use it as a way of just making like gaslighting women.
I work with
Here you counting?
8 women's directly. I even know when I can tell when they have it. Because they have a little extra, not all of them, I must clarify, not all of the ladies react crazy. Some of them are just a little mellow. Some others are a little bit more sad or feel a little bit more like on their moods or whatever.
And if you know they are that way, or in this case, pregnant.
Oh no, but the fact
6 months pregnant.
I forgot that she was pregnant though.
Well, in this case, if you know that this person is pregnant,
I take it back. That's not that for a pregnant lady. That's not. She's not crazy. She's just the hormone going crazy. But I forgot that she was pregnant. So holding her pee on the go, not good for the baby.
Oh, for her.
Yeah, hers is fine. She's just a
and you should, because the only reason women have to pee a lot, I'm sorry, is that the baby grows and it starts pushing on her bladder.
Oh, that I'm aware. So that's so like the basal was it's okay. It's the baby, the most important thing. But yeah, because she's pregnant, then if she wasn't pregnant, then she overreacts. But since she's pregnant for 6 months, then she's not overreacting. So yeah, a little bit too short move. Maybe he was feeling playful that day.
Playful? Ass. That's abuse. You know what? What I think is that she says that he has never done this before, but he escalated the situation way too much. He could have just told her, hey, I do not appreciate you taking the girls outside without me being okay with it. He could have just communicated how he felt. He should not have just punished her. I don't know. At least I will not leave Adam outside for 25 minutes to punish him. Will you do that to Paolo?
I do, but again, we have different ways to get into the house. We have a door with a code, so we don't need a key.
Okay.
And one of us have a thing to open the garage where you can get into the house as well. So
okay, just pretend that you don't have that. And that Paolo goes outside and takes Suki outside in the cold when you say, please do not take her.
He did that to me once, actually, because not here, but in New Jersey, because I was coming over. And hey, I'm like X, Y, and Z amount of minutes away. So I'm almost there. And he let me stand there like for 10 minutes. And I'm like, what happened?
What happened?
5 minutes ago. The pendejo fell asleep, allegedly. And I'm like, but I'm calling and ringing the bell. And he's like, yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm like, whatever, just open, please. I'm cold.
But isn't that something that he didn't do it on purpose? This guy did it on purpose.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. One thing is forgetting, is falling asleep, something happening, not doing it on purpose, but doing it on purpose to punish her for something that she did.
Means you telling me that you fall asleep from 5 minutes that I touch him to, and you say, okay, I'm waiting for you, and then 10 minutes pass by, and I've have this minute outside, and yeah.
I can fall asleep any second. I fall asleep in the car. I can
Oh
right
no, in
now
the
if I lay down
car,
on the couch, I will fall asleep immediately.
I'm the worst passengers co-pilot on the car.
You fall asleep.
Like 20 minutes on the ride,
You're
on
out.
the ride.
But yeah, I don't know. Going back to the story, I don't know. I really felt like this was something that he was trying to push her boundaries and see how much he can do. I feel like this is not the first microaggression that he's done to her. I feel like she just hasn't noticed it.
I think you're creating a big idea of what's going on without more context.
Okay.
Do we have any update on this?
Sadly, no. This was a throwaway account. She didn't post or update anything. But we do have some comments that we can read.
Sure, let's go to see if it goes more on your side or my side, but let's see.
Mm,
I feel sorry for your boyfriend.
for my what? For Adam, he's fine. Don't worry.
I will be praying for him.
He is respectful, so he doesn't get into this situation. He doesn't get me in these situations.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, if one day he decides to play you a prank or something like that, are you gonna react like a maniac? Like go
Again, this was not a
blowing
prank.
fire? Like,
If I was this woman, yes, I would be extremely mad. So yeah. But again, he should know better. He's married to her. So top comment, it says, not overreacting. There is a big difference between going outside and actively playing in the snow for a few minutes and sitting out in the freezing cold. People take their kids skiing all the time. There are also countries that leave their children to nap outside in the snow in their prams, properly clothed and covered, of course. Also, it is not even about being cold so much. He refused you access to your own home. He separated you from your children while they were distressed. He could have made you soil yourself and show your girls that men do not need to respect the woman they are in a relationship with. All to
oh, you
teach
weren't
you a
honest.
lesson, in quotes,
Okay.
because you dare not agree with his very opinion and decided to create a beautiful moment for your kids instead. How would he have felt if you had to go to your neighbor to use the bathroom and explain exactly why to them? Would he have been embarrassed for other people to have known what he did to you? Or would he have stood by it?
Oh, that would be a wonderful alternative.
I will be keeping an eye on that type of behavior to make sure he does not escalate. His actions were completely over the top and totally out of proportion to the situation. But yeah, that would be a really good thing. But yeah, everybody saying that. He was like, yeah, I don't know. Somebody says, yeah, he is POS, a piece of shit.
Oh. Well,
Your kid
what's
was
the point for
crying.
you to say the acronyms if you're gonna say this the word himself?
I know. They're like, sorry. Yeah, he's a POS.
Okay.
Your kid was crying, clearly knew you were outside. If your kiddo is old enough, they probably wanted to open the door for you, and your husband would have told them not to. Not the behavior they should see from a grown ass man. Also, you're pregnant, and this is the way he's treating you. I mean, he should not be treating you like this at all, but what the actual fuck? Edit, thank you for kindly for the rewards and likes, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, everybody's saying that, not overreacting, not overreacting. And so people were saying, like, even their ex-husbands did something like this. So, yeah, not overreacting.
Okay, now overreacting. So
According to majority of people, but I don't know if they're men or women, so.
could be both. Could be both. So let's. Okay, fine. Yeah, we get into terms that she's not overreacting. The guy did wrong. So I didn't see this to be too much of a big deal if she wasn't pregnant, but just because she's pregnant, that's something completely different. Um, okay, let's move on to the second story to see what all the madness you came up with that you find so shocking.
Oh, yeah, because apparently my shockedness is not at the same level the savvy see. That is shocking. Good for him. He was like, it's just a prank. Nothing happened.
It's just a
And
prank.
I'm just like, no, I hate this man. I was so mad when I first read this. I was like,
You,
ugh.
you were already going Godzilla mode.
Yeah. So, well, let's move on. Story number 2. It comes from the subreddit Best of Redditor updates. So, majority of these ones do have an update. It's just the first one that I didn't get an update because that one, like the first story was posted recently, I believe, and it was a throwaway account. So it was 2 months ago. So let's go to the next one, which, like I say, comes from the Best of Redditor updates. And it was posted in September 3rd, 2022.
Okay.
And the title is My Own Friend Convinced My Husband That I Cheated on Him. He kicked me out of our house, and
Uh,
now she finally says she lied.
okay, that you see that the type of pranks that's a lot. That's the shit that can bring a lot of trouble. That
Yeah.
one there, I can already tell that that's fucked up. That's
Mm-hmm.
um
I, 25 female, do not even know where to start because I'm devastated. She, 25 female, and I were best friends for over 10 years before all this happened. She was my sister, my friend, the person I trusted the most. But to her, I was never anything because if I had meant something to her, she would not have stabbed me in the back just because I married the man she wanted. And this is important because she did all this for that very reason. 8 years ago, we met my husband to deny mail at college. We were in our first year, and he was the assistant of one of our professors. The three of us became very good friends until he and I started dating. At that time, she never told me that she had feelings for him, so I never questioned my relationship with him. During all these years, I trusted her with very important things about my husband and myself. The last thing was the most important thing that I ever told her, and that I was pregnant. I even told her before I told my husband because I took the pregnancy test while I was with her because I trusted her with my whole life. And when the test came back positive, we both cried because it was a planned baby. She seemed so happy that my chest hurts knowing that all that was fake. 6 months have passed since that day, and my husband started acting weird. He was always mad at me for absolutely no reason until I had enough and confronted him. He told me he's mad at me because he knows the truth, in quotes. I asked him what he was talking about, and he showed me all the infidelity evidence he has. They were chats from a dating app between a man and me. I use quotes because, like, she quoted me, and I use quotes because I never created that account. Someone else did and used my photos that I never posted and that I only have on my phone. Parenthesis, so it is impossible that someone has stolen them from my social media. In those chats, I told this man that I was pregnant, that I didn't know if it was his or my husband's. In those chats, I even talked to that man about recent sexual encounters while I was pregnant and things like that no husband or wife wants to read about their partner. I told my husband that evening was fake and I told my husband that everything was fake and that I wanted to know where he got those screenshots. And he told me that they are screenshots of my old phone, a phone that I supposedly used to talk to other men. He told me that my best friend told him everything because she just couldn't look him in the eye knowing the truth. Apparently, she knew about my infidelities and told him to look for evidence on my old phone, and he did, and that's why he was acting weird the last few weeks. Of course, I told him that my friend is lying and that she probably used my phone without me knowing to do that. That I never created any account and that I never slept with another man other than him in my whole life. But he did not believe me. We had a fight and we called her to confront her, but all she said was that she was sorry and that she no longer wanted to keep lying to one friend to save the other's ass. We had a horrible fight, but she was calm as a fucking psycho, insisting that I'm a cheater. And I could not convince my husband that it's a lie because the evidence indicates that I'm guilty. So he was furious and told me to pack my stuff and get out, that he wanted a divorce and a paternity test. I went to my mother's house and we did a paternity test, which obviously indicates that the baby is his. But still, he did not believe me that I did not cheat on him. We had a few more fights after we did the paternity test, and I ended up in the hospital because of the stress. And apparently, that made my so called friend see reason because she told my husband that everything he saw was fake and that it was she who made both accounts, mine and the one of the men I was supposedly cheating with. She said that she did it because she was jealous because since I'm pregnant, he does not pay attention to her anymore. Parenthesis says she is very good friends with both of us since we met him. And that she lost her mind and acted in the worst way possible. She also said that now she's really sorry, that she never thought all of this would go far, and that she thought we had just get mad for a few days and then forgive me because she knew that he loves me too much to forgive anything. Since she confessed all that, he apologized in 1,000 ways, and we have talked a lot about what happened, and we have decided to give ourselves the space we need. And we will start to go into therapy, but I do not know if that will be enough. Our relationship is at its worst. It's a screw up, and I'm afraid we cannot work this out. And how could we? We say and did horrible things. During a fight, he told me to pack my stuff. I refused, and he took me by the arm to do it. And he was hurting me, so I pushed him. And he hit a piece of furniture, and that's when he took me by the arms again, but this time he did it to shake me. But he's much stronger than me. Not only am I skinny compared to him, but he's also really tall. And when he did that, he really hurt me. And I do not know if we can be who we were in the past. In the past, we almost never fought, and if we did, there was never any violence involved. How can we fix this other than therapy? Is this crazy enough? You're muted.
Sorry, my girl was again going bizarre because she's smelling somebody's doing barbecue and she thinks the house is on fire. This is fucked because of the frame. Like, who does that? Especially, she knows them both, so she knows how they will react, each one of them. So, I don't know what to say. I don't
It
know
was
what to
crazy.
say.
Really, really crazy.
She really fucked it up for her friend like that. You don't do crazy shit like that. Especially know that, again, she knows them well for 10 years, so she knows their reactions. But why to wait so long to plan? Well, she obviously did this very meticulously and took her time planning this. She even had screenshots from all those type of conversation. Um, oh my gosh, she probably took a phone and create a fake account, create another phone, get another phone, create another fake account, and just be texting herself to one another.
And since her friend trusted her so much, she just gave her her phone.
God, all phone.
No, 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 no. I'm saying she said that she had pictures in her own phone that were not in social media.
Oh, okay.
And so that means that she probably, her friend was able to grab her phone, send herself those pictures,
Mhm.
and then do all the text and everything, and then put all the evidence in her friend's old phone. So like she did even extra. She stole from her friend from her phone. She created all the fake Tinder accounts, and then she went and put all the screenshots in her friend's old phone. Like this woman, psycho.
That is psychotic for real. That's fucked up there. I don't know what to tell.
And this is best friend of years. What the heck?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years down the brain. But do we have to live with this to see how this ends? Because I don't see this marriage to have any salvation because on his mind, and after he sees this, it doesn't matter how much he tells them it's a lie. He already have that thought in his brain that it's okay, she really cheated on me.
Yeah, but now that he knows it's a lie, he's been apologizing. The issue with her now is that when he found out, he was shaking her apparently.
I
But yeah,
mean, imagine that your boo boo, somebody do that to you. What are you gonna do? That somebody showed
somebody,
evidence to you about him doing that type of things.
yeah, will also ask him to leave if the evidence was like this one basically was look very real.
It's exactly. So, on his, I understand that the shaking part, touching on other people, doesn't matter how angry you are, that's not justifiable in any possible means.
Hmm.
Um, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yeah, how we overturn this now? It's a little like, that's bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Can we go for the
Update.
sí, por favor?
Okay.
Because I don't want to see the
Update
comments because I
says,
kind of think the comments will be
I
better.
know. So it says, thank you for all the messages you sent me and the comments you left on my first post. I really appreciate it. Things have gotten a lot better since then. We talked to my now ex friend, and she admitted to using my old phone to create the fake profile and also to message the other man. And I use quotes because, like, the other man in quotes. And I use quotes because that man never existed. It was her. She used a phone when she came to my house every day since we had a business together. She knew where the phone was, and she also knew that no one ever used it. So she had everything perfectly planned out, which is scary because she really needs help. I mean, with all of this, it's more than clear that she's a psychopath and needs help.
You think?
Yeah. She said all the things she did. And she had even told my husband that she drove me to meet that man in quotes so many times. And she told him that I made her pay with her card for the hotel where we met the man. And the truth is that I was never in any of those hotels, but all of that was right there, and it looked real, so of course he believed her. She has been my friend for many years, but she also has been friends with him for 8 years, or for over 8 years. So
Mm.
we trusted her, and we never thought she would do something like that. And when she started telling all of those lies, it sounded real. In fact, the messages and everything look very real. And I understand why my husband believed it. And if it had been the other way around, maybe I would have believed it too. On the other hand, my husband and I are still trying to cope with all of this. After the violent episode, things got really hard between us. It is not easy to save a marriage when violence is involved, but we are trying. I came back home and for now things are fine. But sometimes it's really warm here and I wear t-shirts and he does not even want to look at me because I still have the bruises from his hands on my arms.
Damn.
And they do not look too bad now, but they're still there after almost 2 months of that episode. And I'm guessing they will take a while to go away since I'm a very pale person and my skin is very sensitive.
Girl, I understand you perfectly fine. Look for a pimple 2 months ago, still there.
Yeah, but my arms don't hurt anymore or anything like that, so I do not mind the bruises. He has apologized for what he did, and I forgave him because it was something that affected us both. And I understand that we both got violent and we're both guilty for screwing up our relationship. But like I say, we're still trying to get over it. And I guess it will take a while to get over it, but it will not be easy. But we are willing to work hard so that everything will get better by the time our baby arrives in a few weeks. That's why we started individual and couples therapy, so we hope everything gets better. Now we're focused on that. We are preparing her room and buying things for her, and for now that's working. Our relationship is slowly getting back to how it was before, and I'm really happy about that because we love each other for 8 years. And the last thing I wanted to throw away a relationship after all that time because I know how a relationship was. And I know that this was the first time that we both reacted like this. And we promised each other that it will never happen again. And we will do everything possible that it does not happen again. So that's all.
I mean, I understand she's gonna do everything possible to not happen again, the way that they did
Yeah.
that. But when somebody show you this crazy freaking fake evidence that looks real, it's really hard for you to think in a cold head.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as simple as my saying, because on the moment you are like,
Plus, just think about it. They were planning this baby.
yeah,
She got pregnant. They were very happy. And then she sees text of her saying, I don't know if it's yours or his. Just imagine that. the heartbreak.
Yo me muero, yo me digo como, like, Kiumi, ¿qué pasó? ¿Cómo fue? So, but again, it's like that friend, como dice, como amigos como ella, no necesitas enemigos. Like, friends like her, you don't need enemies at all.
Yeah.
Because she made sure to fulfill both duties, friends and enemy, to the very extent of the everything, I would say.
Yeah. I really hope that person gets therapy because 8 years together, okay? 8 years. They got married, they're living together all these years. You have a business with this person, you're with her every day at her house. You know that they are in a happy relationship. And then this pregnancy happens and you go crazy and do all this shit. You had eight
Well,
years.
but she maybe felt like, well, this is my best time, I would say. Like she have a baby, she can be a single mother, and I can be the sugar mama that can, not sugar mama, but like that girl that can be his right arm, his support, and hopefully we can just be together, and he can just co-parent with my other friend.
You know what? Yes, that's probably exactly what she was thinking.
But yeah, do you see this one was a little bit more up the top? This one I get crazy. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
it's psychotic, honestly. Uh,
We
then
can do that. You can tell me at the end which one you think is your top crazy.
okay, this one is in the first spot right now. The other one is on the last one, but
We'll
guys,
see. We'll see.
we shall
But
see.
yeah, this was crazy. Top comment says, "Wow, the ex friend is seriously messed up. I cannot imagine how relationship recovers from what they've been through. That evil woman may get what she wants. She may have destroyed their marriage permanently."
Well,
Yeah,
not just destroy her marriage permanently, she might just destroy two people's life that might never come back to the same thing.
plus the baby that's on the way.
And yeah, but I mean, after he found out it's fake, the trust kind of regained, but that incident with the bruise and everything, and she's being that big because she was like a few weeks away to give birth, that's hurt her, especially if she's pregnant, like that big, like about to pop
Yeah.
up. So he will have to really work hard to make that up because that was intense. If
So
she was
there's another comment that is very interesting.
okay,
Okay, that I didn't think of this. Okay, this person says she did not tell the truth because OP was stressed. I think she told the truth because husband did not want anything to do with her. The moment she noticed she could not get with him, she told the truth because it would hurt husband to know everything he did was based on a lie. I do not think husband will be violent again, at least not so soon, but I do not think this relationship can be solved by slowly pretending nothing happened. Months of couples counseling that LP did not mention in the first post and nothing on the second, and living apart before deciding that this is salvageable should be the answer. Staying with someone you have no trust is not going to end well. Yeah, I didn't think about the ex friend telling the truth to hurt him because he didn't pay attention to her. You know, it might be because if she's that psycho, I don't think she was thinking about her friend at all.
but who the heck thinks that? Like, what was her end game? Give her like that lady like a heart attack so she and the baby might pass or something like
I
that?
think the end game was exactly what you say. She wanted to be because she said that she did it because since she got pregnant, she doesn't receive any attention. So I'm guessing that what I'm guessing, have you seen these things about say, me and my friend Steve, like you and me and my friend Steve? I think that was her role. Her role was like the supportive friend in the relationship, like the kid in the relationship, like she was always there, always there. And the moment that they got pregnant, they probably started like getting together more without her doing things like kid related, and she felt like she was
I
losing them
have my
both.
chance. She's like, I have my opening that I was looking for. So now it's my chance.
Yeah, so she started doing shit. Yeah,
Sad. Sad, sad. Well, they made it through. They survived. They're working through it. So that's the positive thing. To the
yeah,
things that la rompió hogar, Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, truly. Truly.
And
Let's move on.
people, please, if you like somebody and your friend like it, just say so from the very beginning. Don't hold that for 10 fucking years and still obsessed with the same person that you know is not available. Like, what
Yeah,
stupidity.
yeah. Story number 3. It comes from the same subreddit, best subreddit updates, and the title is Me, 29 female, with my husband, 32 male. I discovered he hired an escort while I was in the hospital.
What?
Yup.
Okay.
Original post was November 30, 2015. I will make this as short as I can while adding all relevant info. Me and my husband have been married for 2 years. We were together for 2 years before that. For the most part, it seemed like everything has been great. We both work a lot, but we made our relationship work. Over the summer, I was admitted to the hospital for surgery on my colon. Because of complications after my surgery, I was stuck at the hospital for over a month. Once I got home, it took me some time to recover and get back to how I was physically before my surgery. During this time, we did not really have much sex. I was in too much pain and I could not do too much physically, though I did try and satisfy him orally. This was tough on both of us because we were both used to frequent sex. He did express his frustration more than once, but I thought we had done a good job communicating and working through it. We are back to our normal routine now, and I honestly thought the hospital bills were going to be more stress on both of us than this. Well, Saturday night, my husband went out with one of our friends, Greg. Greg's wife, another one of our friends, just had a baby around Thanksgiving and was stuck in the hospital because the baby was born too early and needed to be in an incubator. Greg had been really stressed lately, and so my husband took him out for a drink to just get out and de stress. Greg called me yesterday. Apparently, they got really drunk and started talking about how Greg will not be having sex for a while. And my husband said that he could always hire an escort and that my husband did that while I was in the hospital. Greg just went along with it at the time but thought that he should tell me. I did not really trust Greg at first and thought he might have misheard or was lying. But why would he even lie about that anyway? So I went through all of our old credit card statements and financials and found a large cash withdrawal around the time I was in the hospital. That still didn't mean much, so I asked my husband about it and he lied and said that I was getting stuff together to talk to a financial advisor. He said that he had to pay for a car repair in cash because our car was not working. I'm sorry. He said that he had to pay for a car repair in cash because our card was not working, but it was working fine everywhere else. I just do not know if I believe that, especially because we always use the same place for our car repairs and we have always used the same card for it. I could contact them, but I have no idea if they remember. This is just all so confusing. I cannot believe he cheated on me like that. We were planning on trying for a baby soon, and I do not want to bring a pregnancy into this if he's cheating on me. I just don't know what to do from here.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Do we think he actually hired an escort or that Greg is
Oh yeah.
lying?
No, he definitely hired one. Because she says everything. I could tell everything at the moment she said like we are used to frequent action, so it's obviously that he probably couldn't hold himself and he just like I need meat. I'm gonna die if I don't get some meat. So trust me.
My guy, there is toys.
Él
You
fue
know that,
para
right?
donde las cariñosas, like they say, like they call it, las cariñosas.
And the crazy thing is that there is toys. He could just, self
No, some
pleasure or
people
whatever. Why an escort?
some people are not into that. Some people, I guess, people, different preferences, I guess. But I guess he rather have like another meat. But even though I don't know how would that work because you just go there and it's like a use like a reused toy, like it's been passed.
Like a reused toy.
It is because that's what they work for. So it's
I
like,
never thought about it like that.
of course, it's like you using a reused toy for somebody else left for you to just release yourself for like probably 10 to 15 minutes in Colorado Bay. So it's like what make you think like in the next an hour after she finished with you, she's not using she's going to continue using her old toy to do the same thing with another person. So like, what satisfaction does that bring to people? That's my thought at least. But to each his own. I have a friend who loved to frequent the cariñosas. Well, he used to, according to him, he have a girlfriend now, so he's not frequent those no more. Like, good for you, my guy.
Okay.
Pero será verdad o no? Who knows? But yeah, so it's no excuse for him. He fucked up, especially since she find the evidence from the bank statement. And she obviously know that she lied. And if she goes to the same spot, she just have to call the place. They have like everything on records when you come
Yeah,
when they do something to your car. So yep,
that's a
so
good idea. Yeah.
he fucked up. He messed up. The tarde for to be so horny for no reason. Uh, for not controlling his and not thinking with the right head, obviously. So, do we have comments on this? Because I would love to see what she did afterwards, if to see if he admits at least later on.
We have comments.
No, no,
And
comments. I want updates.
okay, you said comments.
Sorry, my bad. I want updates. I don't care what the other people might think about this. This is very straightforward line. I want to see what happened.
Okay. I mean, OP comments a lot as well.
Okay, let's go back to the comment.
Well, technically, somebody saying, man, Greg is a good guy. Please get an STI screening. Lots of escorts are safe in their behaviors, but some are not. And if your husband has done this once, there's no telling what else he might have done when given the opportunity. Please do not try for a baby. Having a kid makes you very vulnerable emotionally and physically and financially. And if you cannot trust this guy, that's really a really bad road to take. And then OP says, yeah, I figured the baby thing needs to stop. I did not even think about STIs. Thank you. I would have been even more vulnerable post surgery too. But yeah, poor OP. Poor OP.
Okay.
But then someone else is telling her to just like verify if there is, like, I will contact the repair place and try to verify that way, like you say. And then OP says, okay, thanks. I was not sure if they will have a record if he paying cash. I just cannot believe he will do something like that. And then we have an update. And it comes 5 days later.
That was quick.
Hello, everyone. I was going to update this last night, but then I got drunk and forgot. Thank you for all the wonderful replies. I was so overwhelmed and stopped responding.
And
I
you,
thought I should I thought I should address some questions and concerns before moving on with the update. For those of you talking about bro code, it will not apply here. Greg and Emily were my friends before I even met my husband. I knew them both in college. I was actually a bridesmaid at their wedding and the godmother of their newest baby. And the reason I did not go out for drinks with them was because I was watching their two children. So it would be like breaking bro code if Greg did not tell me, kind of. On to the update. I stopped by the car repair place we always go to, and the one he said that he used when I was in the hospital. They had no record of working on our car at that time, not even a tire change or oil change or axle adjustment or anything. So my husband was definitely lying about it because they say at that price they always have some sort of record. I went to confront him the other night. Long story short, he did not even deny it. He was not sorry about it either. He fessed up to hiring the escort and to having sex with her. He said it was not cheating because it was a service. Not like he fell in love with another woman. It was just sex to him. I also asked him about STIs, and he said that he did not even think of that. So off I go to get tested because of my husband's stupidity and cheating. I should say my future ex-husband, though. I cannot trust him, and the fact that he did not think he did anything wrong disgusts me. Once he knew that I knew, he was not even defensive anymore. He wasn't sad or angry. He just seemed like he did not even care. Like he was apathetic about our whole marriage. Everything I thought I knew about him was wrong, and I'm trying to figure out how he tricked me so well. I called a divorce lawyer and I am currently staying in our guest room because I do not even want to look at him. I am going to see the lawyer next Wednesday and figure out where I go from there. Oh, also, I got Greg a thank you gift. He's now subscribed to Meat of the Month for a whole year. Thanks for all your support through this, guys.
Well, good job, Greg. You won the love of your friend and the hate of her ex-husband.
Yep.
But just the fact that he thinks he did nothing wrong because he just
It was a service.
was just a service, that
It's
tells
not like he fell in love or anything.
well, and that he was so animate about it. That's mean like this is not the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in top of that, since it's a service, you know that it's being reused so many times. How the fuck you don't think to protect yourself?
You know what's so funny though? He like escorts so much that now this is gonna be his only way of getting sex.
No, true.
Go and spend your money, my guy. Go until you're fucking
After
poor.
getting divorced, because that's why those businesses are popping up on Fridays and not so popping at the beginning of the month because everybody have to pay rent. But it's popping on Fridays because people got paid on Friday
Oh wow.
and they go straight there.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah.
in city when we used to see those people like drunk, like on Fridays, like at 3 in the afternoon and stuff like that. So the place is open early for those type of people.
They just went, got their money or the direct deposit, and immediately went to the place.
Or to drink and both.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Yeah. So
Anyway, we have like two comments that OP comments too, like after this update. And top comment says, "Oh damn, I'm sorry. I cannot believe he was so devil, right? Yeah, right. I don't know. Oh damn, I'm sorry. I cannot believe he was so devil. He was so
devil.
whatever. Devil may care about it. I don't know. I don't know what they're saying. Anyway, then it says I had want to punch him in the face so he'd have some reaction. The apathy will drive me crazy. It makes you wonder why someone will get married if they care so little. Good luck with everything. I'm sure you will find someone else and have the life you wanted. And then Opie says, I think he did love me once, but I just don't think monogamy and marriage is for him, I guess. He just didn't care anymore. And then at the end says, someone else comment, maybe you should strongly suggest he find another place to live. You should not be the one in the guest room. And Opie says, it's our house and he refuses to sleep anywhere else. And it's not like I can throw him out. So instead of stress about it, let him get to me. I'd rather sleep in the guest room. Or the dog still cuddles with me anyway. That's a win, my girlie. Have your dog be happy, ignore this asshole, and divorce him.
No,
You got this.
she already took the steps towards it. So
She's young. She's 29. She can still find the love of her life.
and she doesn't seems to. Yeah, but that hurts. Like when you see somebody like don't really care, like they did something wrong.
Yeah.
So and that you were thinking of the second step, like which is getting kids and stuff like that, and this shit happening. It's
Yeah.
like a punch in the gut. Not even a
I
slap.
know. But she's better off that she found out now, like
Yeah,
years later when she has kids.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. Compared to the other one, this is second.
The other one is still crazier.
Yeah,
Okay.
freaking psychopathic friend.
The next one is a little bit out of pocket. Okay.
Like,
It just made me laugh. Okay. I didn't read it completely. I read like I just scanned through it and I was like, it looks fun. So we'll see. It comes from the subreddit same BOR updates, which is like best subredditor updates. And the title says, my 35 female friend slapped my bum on a night out, leaving a handprint. My husband, 30 male, does not believe it was her. How to convince him?
okay.
Main post. It says, went out for a friend's birthday on Friday night and had a few drinks. Early on in the night, I tripped over. This was even before I had a drink. And I ended up on all fours. And one of my friends ran and slapped my bum. We all laughed and the night carried on. And I thought nothing more of it. When I got home around 1 a.m., my husband was still awake in bed. I undressed to get into bed, and that's when he noticed I had a hand mark on my bum. He instantly jumped out of bed and started demanding to know what it was and who did it. I stuttered a bit because I could not even remember. Then it dawned on me. So I told him what happened, and he did not believe me. He asked for my phone and obviously found nothing too serious, but just say I deleted everything to cover my tracks. I went to the bathroom to have a look in the mirror, and there was a definite handprint on there. He followed me, and we stood there arguing for over half an hour. And every time I tried to leave, as I was cold and naked, he stopped me and accused me of trying to run away. He said this does not sound like my friend at all, which is true, as she's a very timid, quiet person. He also said that the handprint is too big for a woman, but my friend is tall. She's around 6 foot and does have big hands.
Definitely have.
I Yeah, I even ended up ringing my friend to corroborate my story, and she even offered to come round and prove the handprint is hers by putting her hand on the print. He said we had made up the story between us all and used a tall friend as a culprit as she had the biggest handprint. I asked the group chat if any of them had a video, but they don't. All weekend we have been having this discussion. He does not believe me. The handprint has gone now, but he cannot let it go and keep constantly asking me. It's 4:45 a.m. It's 4:45 a.m. here, and he woke me up at 4 to ask about it.
Uh,
How can I make him believe me? I do not know what to do.
I-
Okay, the fact that he's waking you up at 4 a.m. in the morning to ask you, is he like thinking that sleepy you're gonna tell her? They'll be like, yeah, it was actually a guy. It was a guy, and we lied.
okay, this one is moving to the third place. Definitely, because this dude is something else. But okay. I guess he's very protective of his wife. Let's put it
And
that
her bum.
way. So I give him that. At least he didn't slap or shake anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And now think that his friends are in conspiracy too. So interesting. Um, let's see some comments on this one.
I mean, I just laugh so much because I do that to Adam all the time. Like he will go down to play with my dog, and I'll be just like, boom.
I'm sure
So,
he loves that.
so I'm just laughing about it because I can see something like a handprint, and there's gonna be like, what is that? Even though I don't think I'm strong enough for that. But yeah, let's read some comments. Top comment says, okay, so logically the facts, you could not remember it happening even though you were sober. It will have to be really hard to leave a full handprint through clothing to have it still there fully 5, 6, 7 hours later. Slap your own bear tight and it's gone in an hour or so. He's got every right to question it and the right to not believe you because it honestly sounds sketchy. Generally, to have a full handprint, not bruise, as you say it went away, will have to be hard on bare skin. Is this supposed to make the story believable? Opie says no, because he will not see this post. I was wearing a thin dress and a thong, an outfit he chose for me, I might add, And I was on my hands and knees, so the skin was tight, and I'm on blood thinner, so I do mark and bruise easily. All facts he knew. You
Okay.
know what? Yeah. And somebody commented us and says, I will come to OP's defense as I'm also on blood thinners. My ex-husband spanked me, in quotes, while clothed, and it was abusively hard. I had a blue handprint for 2 months. OP's story is very much possible.
Diablo, 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, he better not forget that he did that.
Yeah. But this was, no, this was like someone else commenting.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm saying like,
Yeah. Well, it's an ex-husband anyway. So, the top comment is that somebody who's like questioning it, right? And then the following, oh man, sorry. Okay, I lost it. There we go. And the following comment is actually the opposite. It's like your husband is insecure, untrusting, and by the sounds of it, quite happy to make you feel scared, cold, vulnerable, and verbally abused. He has made his mind up on what happened and too emotionally volatile to he reason with. You are in danger, girl. Hopi say, I say keeping me naked and cold was to make me feel weak, but he said he just didn't want me running off to give me time to make up a story. I don't know. Someone else says, check his phone because he's really overreacting over this because everything you told is believable. And why will you cheat and then have evidence like that? You do not need to convince him. You need to start
oh,
questioning him on why he's reacting like this, which could be, he's how do you say that? Reflecting is he's, I forget the name. I don't
that's
know, but it's like when they're doing something wrong and they accuse you of that because they know it's possible because they have done it.
yeah, they reflect. That's what I call reflecting. But I know you have another word, but I don't know which one is. I
Yeah.
forgot. But it's he's definitely reflecting his own emotions.
He might be the one cheating, girlie. Okay. We have an update 6 days later.
Let me guess. I checked his phone and I found this, and that. Let's see if it does.
Okay,
Let's.
you think he's cheating?
No. But I'm just guessing the update.
Okay, that's fair. So it says, to start, I will clear a few things up from my last post. My husband chose my outfit for me that night, and it was a very thin dress with a thong underneath. So there was a very little protection of my
Skin.
bum. I don't know. She says another word. She's like derriere, but I don't know what that means. So I'm guessing my bum. I was also on all fours laughing, so my bum was sticking up, and then I heard footsteps running towards me and got absolutely thunderclap on my arse.
On the track.
The sound echo around the housing estate, and you know a slap is good when both the slapper and the slappee are in agony. All night, that chick was warmer than the other. I am also on blood thinners, which means I mark and bruise very easily. Second thing is my stammering when I told him. Might be too much information, but I was doing a striptease for him while I was in bed. As I let my dress drop, I stuck my bum out, so it was right near him, and he screamed at the top of his voice, "What the fuck is that?" And then he jumped out of bed and got in my face, making me fall onto the bed and scream, "Who the fuck did that?" It took me a couple of seconds to realize what he meant. If he asked normally, I had say, "Emily slapped my arse." Also, I was not drunk like so many people say. I had 3 glasses of wine over 6 hours. All the men who say a married woman should not be out without her husband, and there was at least 5 of you, are gross. My husband goes out every weekend, but I do it 3 times a year, and I'm for the streets. People ask about our sex life. We used to have sex, or I had given him oral nearly every day, but the last few months it's dried up to once a week. I have brought this up with him as I needed more. Also, the not so serious thing he found on my phone, which a lot of men took to mean I'd been messaging someone else, was a porn video I had favorited because I like it. Right on to the update. It's been over a week. He still does not believe me, and I've told him I want to split up with him. Emily offered to come round on the night, and he said no. I have told him to speak to all my friends, and he said no. When I say, look at the rip in my dress from when I fell and my bloody knees, he said that's from me giving head. How aggressively does he think I dropped to my knees? He's looked through my phone and found nothing. When I asked to look through his, he said, "No, I am not the one on trial here." He's woke me up 3 times into the night to berate me. He's burned all my going out clothes, like he has burned her clothes. He's threatened to post photos and videos of me to show the world what a slag I am. He's also grabbed me twice and pushed me onto the sofa once, which I will be informing my brother about later when I see him for Mother's Day. So all in all, shit week. I have told him to get the fuck out of my house and I will be divorcing him. He's not worked for 6 months and has no savings, and the house was mine before I met him. And he's never paid towards a mortgage or any repair or upkeep work, so he's getting fuck all. I'm sorry, I was not expecting all that.
Es mantenido.
Dude, not just the fact that he doesn't work, but the fact that he burned her clothes. He threatened to post photos and videos of her to show the world what a slack she is. And
And
he's grabbed her twice and pushed her onto the sofa once. Yeah, the guy is.
you don't need that. Especially
He's
if it
not just a bueno para nada. Ugh,
doesn't apport anything to you, then
no.
that's a very poor reaction. And then for him still trying to reflect because he didn't want to show his phone either. So that's fishy as hell. Yeah, that's fucked up. Girl, just the fact that he burns your clothes, I'm like, my boy, here's your luggage. There's the door. Bye.
Bye.
Like,
Like, I did thought at the beginning when she said that he woke her up at 4 a.m., I was like, that's abuse. When someone, that's abuse. When someone doesn't want you to be
Denise, did
like
something happen this week to you? Because you've been utilizing the words abuse excessively during this podcast.
no, but okay, my thing is that I listen to a lot of podcasts. I
Okay.
do listen, not just
Were they
not
about
just
abuse this week by any chance?
I am listening to a book that is about that.
Oh,
But
that might be it because you have used that words more than 6 times in this
but
podcast.
again, this is like a crime thriller book, and I read all. I mean, I listen to all my crime podcasts, and most of the time when men are trying, men or women, it can be either or, are trying to make someone more vulnerable and easier to like manipulate, they wake them up, like they don't let them sleep, so they are in like, the druggy
Half
state
asleep.
that you feel, like groggy state that you feel. Yeah, when you do not sleep well, that you feel like very weird. That's how they try to get you to that place so they can manipulate you easy. Like that's an actual tactic that people use. So that's why when she said he woke me at 4 a.m., I was like, is he trying to like make you to confess by waking you up early? But now that she says that he has done it multiple times, it's like him trying to manipulate her or abuse her. That's why I talk about these things, because I have listened to so many of these stories, so many people going through this over and over and over again. It's good to know these things, okay? At
And
least for me. Adam says that, okay? I found a crime, no, a serial killer speakeasy, and I was like, that sounds really fun. And he was like, how is that fun? I don't want to ruin the faith in humanity that I have. I don't know. But anyway, going back to this, do you want me to read some comments?
yeah, I would like to see what people say after that. That sounds interesting. We'll find out what they say.
Top comment says, girl, get security cameras and for sure talk to your brother. If anyone show up or lay hands on my family, I will not even care about the jail time I had faced. And OP says, I have already got them around my house and got dog watching cameras inside. And then they say, call your brother now. Do not wait. Someone needs to know. And then OP says, I have just seen him this afternoon for Mother's Day. I told him everything. But yeah, it's crazy. It's very, very crazy. And I feel bad for this girl.
But it's sad how he shifts so badly. And on top of that, come on, you're unemployed and you're not satisfying your girl. Like, what the fuck are you wasting your energy on? I think you don't want to show your phone. So what the
You
fuck?
know what scares me though? that she has a house and she has an income well enough to pay a mortgage and to pay all their things
On her own, because he
on
never
her own.
anything to the mortgage or the repairment of the house. So that's why, like I say, like un vividor.
What if they get divorced and she has to give him money,
No, he
alimony?
had the house before marriage.
No, no, but she makes enough money and
No, but
he's not working. When you
we
get
haven't been
divorced,
together that long to provide alimony because for alimony you have
how
to
long?
like 7 years, I believe. Seven,
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
I believe. Let me
I
see.
mean, actually, we do not know how long they've been together. It doesn't say anything. It only says that she is, well, no, it doesn't even say her. It says that her husband is 30. It doesn't say anything about her or how long they've been together. But yeah, okay. We have another update that comes
Oh,
22 days
that changed
later.
of the state that you live in.
Huh?
The alimony situation depends on the state that you live in. So
Oh,
different rules. So here in Florida, it is 7 years. So let's see, in New Jersey. Oh my God, I shouldn't be giving you this information. In New Jersey, it's 10 years.
10 years.
Here is 7. I didn't know that there were
Wow,
years from state to state.
me neither.
It's interesting. But anyhow, let's move on to what we have next, girl. Another story?
No, we have the final update.
I'm sorry. I was doing the alimony situation.
Yeah, I see that. We have an update that comes 22 days after the original post, and which is like 15 days from the last update.
Okay.
And it says, I have a lot of messages from people asking for an update. So here it is. It's a pretty uneventful one as nothing has happened, but I will try and clear things up. In my first update, I mentioned kicking him out, and he's still out, and I have not heard from him at all. My brother did go to see him and his brothers after Mother's Day, so maybe that's why I have not heard anything from him. I did take some advice then and had a new security cameras installed and lighting all around my house. I changed every lock. I know it's a bit paranoid, but I've also screwed my letterbox shut and got a post box outside so he cannot pour anything nasty through there. I also change my company car every couple of days in case he's put a tracker on it. I'm really overthinking it, but I'm just being sure. I also was a bit petty and posted a picture on my Instagram of me on all fours and Emily with her hand on my bum. LOL. I am not sticking up for my ex here, but I do want to clear up the issue of him choosing my outfits. That's always been my idea. I saw it on a film when I was younger, and I always thought it seemed sexy, my partner choosing an outfit that they find me attractive in, and it makes me excited to get home in it so he can see me in it again. I've also had a lot of messages from both men and women, sadly insulting me for being out at that time and saying it's embarrassing a woman of my age behaving in such a way. I've also had a few women message me and tell me that I'm a whore for doing striptease for my husband and I'm degrading myself. No, it's not degrading to try and turn my husband on so he will bang me until the sun comes up. Women enjoy sex too. Anyway, thank you everyone for caring. It really means a lot.
Good for you to put that shit out there, girl. Yeah, leave, leave. Coño, like no dejan vivir. They don't live and they don't let people live. Like that's not enough of your business. Whatever you do with your partner in the commodity of your own house. Well, in
Yeah, she's not pressing charges, so people is asking her to press charges, and she say it will not escalate as I'm not with him anymore.
yeah, I don't think pressing charge will work well here.
She doesn't have proof,
Yeah, but that's true.
but at least her brother makes sure he's not gonna bother her, and hopefully she doesn't have to give alimony.
Well, we don't know where they live, so we cannot.
Hopefully, that's what I say. Hopefully,
Hopefully, but it also doesn't say the length that they've been together either. So,
Mm.
and for her to be like coming off, well, he did a lot of shit. Like I would be like, my guy, you out. So Yeah, hopefully, girl. And but the best part is like your high your house is secure, and you don't have to, worry about that. At least that is taken care of. Y a él que se vaya a vivir to somewhere else to malograrle la vida a alguien.
Yeah. Translate that, please.
Oh, and he can go to somewhere else to fuck somebody else's life instead of hers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes
So true.
in Spanish, when you're a little bit like on edge, it's just how you call this? Oh, like Salma Hayek said once. It's just delicious the way they come out in Spanish.
Yeah, I get it. It happens to me all the time.
I can
But yeah,
identify
I do feel very sad about, all the comments that she got about going out.
I mean, it is stupid the comments that she gets because it's like,
What's wrong with that?
what exactly? Like, what is wrong for her to go out with her friends? That it's not just one woman, two women, but five girls having fun.
Exactly.
So what's wrong with her husband picking her outfits? Like something that,
There's nothing wrong with that.
and what's wrong with her going back home and do a dance for her husband?
Mm-hmm.
So for all of you who comment on these women's, get a fucking life. You don't have a life. And
Nope.
believe a little, because honestly, you don't seem like you're a lot of people. Like, what the fuck? Because remember, a lot of people have this misunderstanding. Like, once you marry, you are bound to your house and be old already. So that's what
No.
people having seems to
You're
have.
s- you're still your own person, and trust is there for a reason. You can still go out and enjoy with your girls, and he can enjoy a boys' night if he wants, as long as it's respectful.
As you said it, as long as respectful.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. And like about the outfits, like I all the time I ask Adam, what should I wear? And I give him options and he chooses. I don't see anything wrong with that. At least for me, it's mainly because I cannot decide. So I always have two outfits on my mind. And I'll be like, I don't know which one. And he helps me.
That's different. You give him the choice and he just pick one. And this one is you pick whatever I want, whatever you want,
Yeah.
yeah, which is still
But
completely
if it's
fine.
sexy for her, it is
Yeah,
sexy for her. It's been working.
and at the end of the day, he cannot come back and say like, "Oh, you dressed too sexy." Like, motherfucker, you picked the outfit. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? You pick it up, so you know I was going out. So you cannot come back and tell me like anything else. But yeah,
Yeah. Same as the previous story. I'm just happy this happened and you realize who he really was before you had kids.
already.
Before escalated even further. Yeah.
Because after the burning clothes, that's just like you psychotic? You burning
Yeah.
my own fucking clothes that you pick for me to wear? Like what the fuck?
Not just that, she burned all her going out clothes.
I know. And
So all of
then
her dresses, all of
and,
her skirts or whatever.
and not just that, he also what is the other thing that he did? Not the waking up, the that
He
he
grabbed her and
to,
and threw her on the couch or something
yeah,
like that.
trying to get physical with her, which is like
Hmm.
oh no, that's a big
Yeah,
no people. This guy is expensive.
this guy is crazy.
This guy needs some another visit from the brother.
Yeah.
He didn't do much.
uh, so
Well,
which one was crazier for you now?
well, unfortunately, just because of the burning of the cloth, this would be.
This would be the craziest.
I mean, you burning somebody else's clothes because she got a spang on her bone, and she's telling you what happened, trying to be witness and everything that was happening, and like, nope, 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 bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Okay.
That
I
is-
think for me, the psychotic friend is still winning.
I mean, that
For me.
that is a frame that turns something that was not there into something that was possibly there. That,
Hmm.
but on this one this is we're talking about a couple that everything was fine until something this minor happened and he flipped so badly. So this one could be like life and death situation.
Yeah, that's true. He could have, if he went crazy, and he could have just killed her by mistake, like throw her somewhere, or even on purpose. Who knows?
Because his change on his behavior was too great
Yeah,
on just sleeping like that. Um, but yeah, just me saying that's
that's fine.
that's all. So for me, this is number one. The
Okay.
girl with the friend is number two. The the first one, the pendeja, that's the P girl, that's the third one. And which one? I'm missing one. I'm
The
missing
big girl is the third one.
the P girl.
The pregnant one,
Uh,
and the other one is the escort. The guy that hired the escort. The guy that the wife was in the hospital and he hired
those
an
two
escort
are
to have sex.
in the third place. Pick and choose, pick and choose, pick and choose, pick and choose. Never mind. I put the escort guard in the fourth one.
The
Fred
fourth one.
Lady, you get the third.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it was not scrupulous on the escort guy. It's doesn't deserve any okay compassion.
Look. It was just a service. It's not like I fell in love or anything.
Well, at the moment you say survey, that's already all you need to know that he has done that so many times before. The way that he
Yeah, and he doesn't consider it cheating.
and on
So
top of that, he doesn't take care of his health because he didn't
mhm.
thought of that, meaning that he don't just get you something really bad for the rest of your life without you knowing. So
So
yeah,
yeah, guys, let us know what you think about the order. Which one you think is crazier?
for me, it's 4-3.
Yeah.
For me, it's 4-2-3-1. I know I messed up. Sorry. It's 4-2-1-3. There you go.
Okay. Okay. I think for me is two, and then four,
Okay.
and then it's same as you, one and three.
Okay. Okay. But really, that the I mean, well,
It's
yeah,
the same. Like the
same. It's the
last two
same. The
are.
intensity and the first two that we both pick is the same, Kaka. So
Yeah, it's just the friend one hits the most because you never expected. At least for me, you never expected someone like as close as you can
but
do that.
that you know who does that to any of us?
Lucky we never experienced that.
I know. So that would be like, oh, I'd be like, hey, your girl is cheating on you. Look what I found. Gotta show that to your boo.
Watching you, Sabi. I'm watching you, Sabi. I don't have any orphans.
Neither do I. No, I
I
don't.
guess it's a good thing now.
I think so, but who needs an old phone when you can have access to the iCloud?
Oh, that's so true. Access deny.
Doesn't matter how old the phone was, everything is on the cloud.
That's so true. Yeah.
Well, guys, we truly hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of uh, when the
We got chisme.
when the married people needs a chaperone or they need to be supervised. Apparently,
They need adult supervision because of all this craziness.
out of the thin air, it's no
Yeah.
sense. I mean, well, yeah, from the one from the prego girl happened out of the blue. The Frank, that was meticulous plan. So,
It's like somebody has to tell these people, do not betray your friends. Please
I know.
hate people. Also, do not
Hire
escort. It's
escorts
cheating.
while somebody goes in the hospital. And what makes it work is the girl was in the hospital. Like, what the fuck? Shouldn't you just be like by her side, taking care of her? Instead of being
Hmm.
escort taking care of your junk? But
Yeah.
it looks
So,
like
anyway, guys, I hope you had enjoyed this episode. Let us know what the order is, and we'll see you next time.
English later, motherfucker.
Bye.
Yes. Okay.